So when you open Binance app, this is how it will happen. But sometimes you see it like this. Most people see it like this. Okay.
Mm.
Now, this one is the light. So you won't be able to do a lot of stuff. So you click on this image. Then you turn the Binance light off. I don't know if it's Binance light or Binance lit. Okay. So you click it and it goes off. They now put you on the professional page. All right. So the first stage is maybe you want to deposit. You click on wallet. So under wallet, you see your overview. You can equally buy from. You can usually buy with maybe card, like bank card, debit card, and stuff like that. That's one. But most common one we use is the funding. You go to funding on the top there. So under funding, we'll go for the P2P. All right. So mostly pop-ups for you to just glance through and know what they are talking about. So your price alert, get notified when P2P market price reaches target and all the stuff. So you take okay. All right. So the most important thing is to get the right people for to buy from. So at least the verified people. Okay, so when we talk of verifying, I'm talking about this yellow mark. Let me delete it. That yellow mark. It means that Skyward is what? Verified when it comes to proof of residential address. Then you look at the number of trades happened so far. You also look at the percentage completing or completion percentage. Okay. Now this is limit 232.81. That's what he has, sorry. And the minimum he can sell is 200 cedis, and the maximum he can sell is 1,010 cedis. So let's say you want to buy from Skyward. You click on buy. Then we have how much you want to buy. Maybe in cedis you want to buy like 2,000. So I see as I tap one, his minimum is what? 200 cedis. So let's say 500. And it tells you the quantity of USDT you want to buy. Now these are his information or requirement. Buyer's nickname is Skyward. His mode of payment is mobile money. Then you can go to attention. Please read the following terms and conditions. So that's very important to know his requirement before you deal with him. Okay. So you now buy with 0 fee. And at this point, his mode of payments now come. He said, I do not accept payment from agents, merchants, banks, and third-party apps. So means that if like you are a merchant and you won't accept your payment. No. So those are the stuff. So in case you are not okay, you just cancel. But too many canceling too is not really good. So you take the reason why you are canceling. So I do not meet the requirements of the advertiser trading terms and conditions, then confirm cancellation. Alright, so the order is cancelled. Now let's assume you purchased already and the money is in your funding wallet. What you have to do is to click on transfer. Okay, so you can move the money from funding to spot or anywhere you want it to go. So let's assume I already have fund in the spot, but I want to move it from maybe spot to futures. Okay, so I will now select where I want to move it to. So the money is moving from spot wallet to futures. So what coin do I want to move? I want to move USDT. Now I will now type how much I want to move. I will type it here. Let's say I want to move 10. I'm not moving, I'm just demonstrating. Then you confirm transfer. The money will then move from spot to futures. Right now, money is in future. So let's see futures. So I have $11.6292 there. And then I'm not transferring it either. I'm not converting it either. All right. So it means that the future is now set. So we have ways to trade on Binance. We have the spot trading, which you'll do here. Then we have the future trading, which you do here. Now, when you come to the future, now a signal is given to you. Okay. So what do you have to do? That's how you can see the chart. Let me go back. When you click on this button, choose a different color. When you click on this button, then you can see the chart. Okay, you now see the chart to get your confirmation, and at least. So if you are a trader, you really understand that we have W or double bottom forming, which means that we're expecting a bullish move already. So if they give you a buy signal, you will see that market is moving well, right? So we have some other information here. We have the moving averages, exponential moving averages, Bollinger Band, volume MACD, RSI. That can help you get your confluence. So let us you know that, right? One of the most important thing I value much is the type of entry you want to do or the type of margin you want to use. So we have mostly what you've selected in the previous trade will appear here. Then the leverage you selected will also appear here. Now, let's assume we are just that there is nothing selected previously. So what we'll do is that you click on the isolation, and the isolation we have, or that's the margin mode. We have crossed and then isolated. Now, let's assume we don't know what is crossed, we don't know what is isolated. So let's click on cross. So let's see what are crosses and isolated mode. So cross margin mode all cross positions under the same margin assets share the same asset cross margin balance. In the event of liquidation, your asset full margin balance along with any remaining open positions under the asset may be forfeited. Margin assigned to a position is restricted to certain amount. If the margin falls below the maintenance margin level, the position is liquidated. However, you can add and remove margin at will under this method. Okay, so it means that when you are at cross, one way or the other, it's more or less like you are dealing with your all your equities in the business or in the trade. Isolated is more or less like the only equity you wanted to use to trade at that moment is what is in the trade. So let's assume we selected isolated. We are looking at a low risk. So you confirm. The next thing you have to do is what? The leverage. The leverage determines the risk factor again. So you click on the 5x. On default, in most cases, you may see 20. Okay. So you click on the 5x. Now, you can adjust it with this bar. You can adjust it, or you use the arrow, or you can just type your value you want to use. So let's say we are going with 10x, that's 10 leverage. So you can just raise few stop here. Maximum position at the current level, 100,000. You can only increase leverage when holding positions. Please mind the impact to your holding position. Please know that leverage changing will also apply for open positions and open orders, right? So let's just add this one. Selecting higher leverage such as 10x increases your liquidation risk. So liquidation risk is more or less like what you lose in the market when it goes against you, or what you gain when it goes in your favor. Always manage your risk level. See our article for more information. Okay, so we are assumed that we are okay with 10x. Okay, now a signal is given to you, but this is just a preamble. We are only assuming that we are using this asset. So let's say a signal is given as Solana USDT. So you click on where the current wave USDT is. So this region, that region gives us the opportunity to search for the asset. So you click on it, then you click on the search. So you are looking for Solana USDT. Now we have two stable coins, BUSD and then USDT. So we have we'll go for the USDT because that's what we have in the account. So USDT, we select it. Now you have seen that something has changed. Previously we selected cross, and we selected isolated. It now turned to cross. We selected 10x. It now turned to 20x. That's why I said in most cases default is what? 20x, right? So now we have selected the asset, which means that once you are going to make your decision, you must always select what? The asset and work on that asset. All right, so we now select our margin. I selected isolated, confirmed. We take our leverage. Let's say we are going for, let me say 5x. So 5x is confirmed. So what type of order are you making? We have the buy and the sell. So the green selected is the buy, on the right hand side is the sell. So when you come here, it means that you are inputting sell orders, and then this is buy orders, sell orders, buy orders, sell orders, buy orders. Now we have available balance 11.463 USDT. So we have limit. Now at that side, we are not only dealing with this limit. So for instance, so at this side we are not dealing with just the limit. We are dealing with the market type. What type of execution are we coming to do? So when you click on the arrow down, this one, you see the type of execution you wanted to do. So we have market order, post only, stop limit, stop market, trailing stop, and swap. Now we are going to deal with limit, market, stop limit. Those are what we are going to deal with. Right. So limit is, let's say you want to buy at a certain price, 30, market is at 36, and then you are expecting that it will come to 35 before it buys. Okay, so let's assume price is currently at 34, 35, 34, and then we analyze that it will come to 30 before it buys. So we enter 30 because already market is above, so we are expecting it to pull down. Then the next is to enter how much USDT you want to spend or how much Solana do you want to buy. As simple as that. So we can use the bar. Let's say I want to use the okay, let me come here. So they say the minimum you can use is 30. Okay. So let's say I'm typing 30. Done. So that 30 I am using based on the leverage and the margin I selected is taking, it's going to cost me 60 USDT. So sorry, 6 USDT, which we can see below here. Now, based on my account size and the leverage I chose, the maximum I can use is 30 USDT. Okay, so that is it for now. After you are done, we are done. We are now going to set stop loss and take profit. Now we know when we are buying, stop loss is below. When we are selling, stop loss is above. So now we assume that as our trade is 30.0, our TP, let's say we are giving it 35. And then let's say our stop loss, we are giving it 25. Now, if this value is already given to you, you just input what is given to you. But if it's you do the analysis, then you have to input your figure based on your technical analysis. After you are done, you just click on buy. So they give you a few stuffs. So because it's a limit order, I confirm it. Now, as I confirm it, you see the feedback is success or is successful. Then you can now see your order here. Open orders. Because it's a limit order, it did not execute. So we are only practicing. You can now view your order to see your details and see everything is correct as well, just to be sure. Then that's one. After you are done, you leave it. So until price gets there, it will trigger. But if it is market price, let's say they give you the order to be sell Solana USDT at 35, between 35 to what? 35.2 to let's say 35.1. We are assuming that's what they give you. Then you can just click on the limit and take on market. So as you take your market, you enter your amount you want to spend. So the money I have available now is $5, which cannot maybe buy what I want. But if you can buy, then you can just input it, put your take profit, your stop loss, then you click on your order, buy or sell. So that is how it is. So let's say we don't want to hold that trade. You can just click on cancel. and then the order is deleted, we have lost nothing. So simply, or in a simple way, that is how we trade futures on Binance. So if you have a question, you can ask.